My name is Gillian. It's my husband Jordan and our daughter Lacey. We also have a 7-year-old son Caleb. We live in Hikataya. When Lacey was just about 3 weeks old, we had a midwife visit who basically walked in the door as I was holding this tiny little baby, and she walked in and she said, "Oh, do you think Lacey looks a bit blue?" And I said, "No." No, because I didn't. She sent us to our local ED, which is Thames Hospital, and then it just kind of all spiraled from there. So yeah, we were sitting in this little rural hospital with people who were probably freaking out that we had this tiny blue baby. They basically said to us that we need some expert help and we need to get her to Waikato. We didn't really know what that entailed, and that might have all been part of the blur of just being in the panic of having a really sick baby. But I definitely knew the moment that they wheeled in the incubator from the helicopter, and I looked at that and thought, I don't think that goes in an ambulance. And then there were 2 men in red also next to it, and I was like, they don't look like ambulance staff. And then it kind of set in that actually we're going by helicopter and this is bad. Yeah. Sorry.
I think at the time, the hard thing was, we would see the Westpac helicopter on TV, we would see these poor people in distress, and you never actually think this is going to be us in this situation. And just that overwhelming feeling at the time that this is real, this is actually happening, that was probably the really hard thing to sink in.
Lacey was diagnosed with total anomalous pulmonary venous drainage, which is a very rare congenital heart defect. Her pulmonary veins were connected to the wrong side of her heart, meaning that she couldn't get oxygenated blood all around her body. Less than 24 hours after we left Thames Hospital, she had emergency open heart surgery in Starship. The way they worked was just like nothing I'd ever seen before. We had had very little experience with, I guess, the medical system as a whole. And they just had this air of like, you're safe, we know what we're doing, we've got this.
With Lacey's mission, that was a neonatal intensive care unit mission, or what we refer to as a NICU. The obvious benefit is a high-speed transfer of the patient from one location to another. And the speed of the helicopter and the fact we can go from basically the door of one hospital to the door of the next hospital makes a huge difference when it comes to time saving.
I think for families like us, we live in a rural area and we are an hour-and-a-half drive away from our local major hospital.
Yeah.
So without being able to get Lacey to that medical help in that time frame, yeah, I don't know if she would be here with us right now.